Um, Hi. We'll start.
I think we can wait for a few people to join.
Cool, cool. So hi guys, my name is Abhinand Pinaya. We are coming live from MICA. We are students of MICA, PGP1. So the first year students from MICA. This is my friend Parati.
Hi, guys.
We will be taking you through the GPA process and about MICA and whatever queries you have about MICA. We'll be sharing our experience in the GPA process, as well as like whatever really happened during the GPA. Quite like MICA is known for its uniqueness. As it's like in any aspect you take, like MICA is very different from any other B school. Be it their GPA process or be it the selection criterias. Uh, Everything is very different in MICA. I'll just start talking about my GPA process. I had my GPA in Bangalore. Uh, my process, I had like GE and PA, both of them goes along together. So some people will be having their GE, other people will be having the PA first, and that gets shifted. For me, the group exercise what was happening first, and during my GE, what was it is like 7 to 8 people will be present in a group, and like my so there's a reason why it is group exercise and not like a group discussion. So we will actually have to do something, whatever is asked by them. For me, it was to do a skit based on the topic that if ChatGPT was actually a student in the first year class of MICA, how would my experience be? That was the topic that we had to actually discuss about. And we all of us were actually like shook when this was the topic. We didn't have any clue like what to do and things like that. But again, then we started discussing with each other. Everyone had the inputs. Then we actually hopefully did a good job. That is why I am here, I guess. So that was my G experience. Like I'll go more into it after Parvati have share her experience with me, with us. Parvati.
Okay, so hi guys. Abhinand already introduced me. My name is Parvati, and to just give a gist about my background, I did engineering and I have a work ex of 1 year. So for my GEP, I was also in Bangalore, but we did not have the same like slot. I think I was the like in the last slot. But so first GE is basically like as Abhinand said, it's not group discussion, it's different, it's group exercise. So normally in group discussion, they'll give you a topic and you're actually discussing, like you're putting forth your points. But in group like GE, it's basically an exercise that depends on the topic. As he said, you can be asked to do anything. Maybe you can be asked to do like a skit, or just to make poster in chart papers. You have to draw and depict something, or like like play something or anything. It can be very different for different groups, it will not be same. So for my group, the topic was given, it was like the convince a group of people. The group of people was not mentioned, so we can assume any target audience we want. So convince a group of people to follow a healthy lifestyle. So what we did was, just when you think about healthy lifestyle, it's not just about food, it's also about the physical health, and mental health. So we focused on different parts, like we covered like the what are the food that you need to consume, and what should you do when like you need to focus on physical health, for like healthy lifestyle, what you need to do for physical health. And we also touched upon mental health. So the idea behind this is not to show like keep your points, or to be like, it's a group discussion, you will try to be the best in the group discussion, you want to be the
Dominating
star
one.
of the show. Yeah, but in this it's not about you, it's about the group, it's about how you manage in the group, at the same time putting forth your point. And when even when you're doing the exercise, it's like a how you work in a group project. Basically you are working amongst yourself, right? Like the two like invigilators will be there, but you're not presenting it to themselves. The entire exercise will be evaluated. It's not just after the exercise, if they're asking you to present, it's not like you are presenting it to them, it's like the exercise, the group, how you are managing the group, how you are participating in the event as a member of the group. It's also about getting the group together and finally completing the exercise. So there is a time limit, and
30
you need
minutes.
to, yeah, and you need to complete the exercise, the whole exercise in that time limit. What approach you need to take, like how you should go about it, it's everything is upon you. So like for me, when I went into, the table was filled with chart paper sketches, and there were some like cooking utensil like toys, and like some sports equipment and all of that. So it's upon you if you want to utilize those things or not, it's upon you. So we actually tried to utilize almost everything, by dividing. Look, so it also depends on the process that you're taking. So I think group, I don't remember how many people were in one group. Do you remember, Abhinav?
Seven. Seven
Yeah,
or
7 or 8. So what approach we took was like we divided ourselves into like categories. Since we had like three categories: mental health, physical health, and like food intake that we do. So we divided ourselves into three categories, and we worked on it. So it all like that process also matters, how you are approaching it.
So one important tip I can give for the GE is that keep a track of your time. It's like 30 minutes and 30 minutes goes to fly like anything. So always ask one person, or you yourself take an initiative and make sure you are tracking time properly. And other thing is that I think what works out in a group exercise is your compatibility in a group, as well as like how you are actually if you will be having opinion, but rest of them won't be having the same opinion. So if you are ready to change your opinions, or if you are ready to accept other person's opinion for you, and change the whole discussion all around, and how your one input can actually change the whole discussion, like 180-degree, and lead to another path. That would be like how you can actually do good in the GE. That is how you can make an impact in GE. And try not to be dominating. Give
Yeah.
space for everyone to speak. Listen to everyone's opinion. Come to a like everyone should agree to one. Just because people in majority actually uh, have the same opinion doesn't mean it have to be the right. The team, it's all about the teamwork. The team have to have a common opinion and have the same approach to go forward with it. That should be to try to make sure everyone is in the same line. So you can actually how you can actually dominate without being dominant is being a leader who actually listens and like make sure everything is aligned and properly going well.
Yeah. So, like, if you guys have any queries about like questions regarding GE, then please drop in. So we'll cover GE entirely, then we can move to PI.
Arjun Kaishta will come to the interview questions later.
Yeah.
Um, so we'll start with the PI personal interview. So I forgot to give an introduction about myself. My name is Abhinand Nair. So I am from a LLB background. I'm from low background. I did my UG in like BB LLB, and I come from Kerala. So one thing about MICA is the diverse background and the diversity in the people, the region the people come from. So I am a lawyer who comes from Kerala. She's an engineer. We have physiotherapist, dentist. For people from all the categories there in like MICA. Uh, so yeah, that will be about me and the diversity in Vaika. So one other thing, we'll go move on to the PA,
Yeah.
the person interview. As nobody have any doubts regarding group exercise. So yeah, what person you want to start?
Yeah, okay. So, for personal interview, for me, that round lasted for 1 hour. And it happens right after GE. So GE is not an elimination round. Like, so after GE, you will go to PI. It has different like weightages, but like essentially PI will happen on the same day itself. So there were like different panels in PI, and my panel had three people, three or four professors or alums, if I remember correctly. um,
It would usually consist of one professor and like two industry experts
yeah,
for
industry
one industry expert and one alum of
alum,
my.
yeah. So in that they basically touched upon my background and basic questions like why MBA, since I'm switching from engineering. So if you have like any other like background or under, like if you did undergrad in anything except BB or BCom, then the question will be there, like why MBA, why are you switching the industry? And for me, I have also 1 year of work ex, so that was also a question, like since I worked in the industry, now why am I switching? So that question is definitely there. Then a question which is very very important for MICA is why MICA. That it should not look like you have prepared just for the sake of preparing. It should be a very honest answer. The people who are sitting in the panel are very like senior members, and they have done this interview literally a
Multiple
lot of
times.
times. So when you are lying or when you're not sure that you need mic or not, then that comes out very evidently. So you need to be sure, pick like two three things that you like about mica, or you are like wow, this is something different in mica, and you can build upon that. That things can be anything. It should not just it's not necessarily that it need to be academic. It can be anything that you find interesting about mica. So I had like, based on my background, I had some questions. Then I had a small business before coming here. So all the like MBA interviews, all the interviews that I've attended, every time I have had questions from that. Like that questions are very in-depth questions I get. So we just like I got questions from that also. Mostly, and then mostly it was like HR type of rounds. The interview purpose is to get to know you, not regarding your academics, but mostly about you. Are you a fit for MICA? Will you be able to be like a part of MICA? Will you be able to be a MICAN? So that is what the panel is looking. But at the same time, I've also got this point from one of the other students who was there for the interview. One panel actually focused a lot on academics as well. So he was also an engineer. He did, I think, mechanical, if I'm not wrong. So for him, they actually grilled a lot about his academics. So again, it will be depending on your panel. But mostly, I think majority of the people's interview was mostly related to like HR and personal type of questions.
Um, yeah, I agree with her. So I come from a low background and I am a fresher. So during my interview, like most of my question revolved around like why I'm shifting from LLB to MBA. But I was prepared at the question, and any interview, this was the most common question asked. So if you be prepared with all the hygiene questions, and wherever you're coming, like whatever background you are coming from, be prepared with all the basic questions and all. For me, I had done my BB also, so I was interested in marketing. They asked me why do you really want to come to MICA and things like that. So I was well prepared with those answers because MICA was one of my dream B school. So I had my own reasons. It differs from people, obviously. So I was well prepared of that. Whatever the questions came up to me, I made sure the interview went along with my answer. So I made sure the interview was controlled by me, if I can say that. So that is what I did in the interview. Most of the questions, like, they really want to know if you're a cultural fit for MICA, and like how you will be uh, go along with the rest of the students in MICA. So, like, even in MICA, we have a psychometric test. So I feel like they really do have something for the students in MICA. Like, they have some criteria or the creative aspect or something which actually qualifies them as a MICAN. So that is one thing which I have felt. Other than that, um they my interview was not long as hers. My interview was just 25 minutes. But a lot of other people, the person who interviewed right before me, his interview was like for an hour or so. So I was waiting outside the interview room for an hour. But mine was quick. Mine was just like 25 minutes. They just asked a basic question. And regarding, they asked me like what do I really like in marketing. Then I told like what are the marketing. Every I like I had my answers like it differs from people to people. I don't want to share much about those because that might influence your answer. And like these people can actually understand if you're actually faking it or not. So I don't want to influence any answers. So other than that, uh, yeah, so with the SOP, be very well prepared. The SOP, your the likes and dislikes that you written in the SOP. Be prepared that because there will be a lot of questions regarding that. Why you wrote that? Why do you dislike that? If you're written some activity wala thing, they will definitely ask about that thing. Like in-depth questions about those things. So for me, I for my likes, I have written like. I like to learn new things. That's one thing I have written. They asked me like, what did I actually learn right now? So I told like I learned productive skills such as like using Premiere Pro, things like that. So they told me that, but I have also done an internship as social media marketing intern. So they told me that you had to have the skills to be a social media marketing marketer. That is why you actually learn that. Apart from that, what are the casual skills that you or the casual things that you learn? So I randomly told them that I learned to use how to use a chopstick. So the next moment they just gave me two pen and asked me to pick a biscuit from the table right there. I was a bit taken aback for that by that, but I knew how to use an chopstick. So don't lie around. Be truthful to yourself, because they will find one or the other way to catch you. So I actually did that, and they were pretty impressed, I guess. Uh, then other than that, for me, one of the panelists was a Mican professor, one was a Mican alum, and other was a industry professional who used to work in ITC, I guess. So yeah, that was my PA experience. Um, now should we move to? Do you want to add anything, Parvati,
Um,
about
Also
SOP or something?
regarding, also regarding WorkX, so they asked me questions from WorkX as well. But since it was not related to marketing, I did not get any like industry specific questions. Mostly it was about like what did you learn when you were working in the industry for 1 year? Like what did you not like? What did you liked about working there, working in the company? How did you manage? So it was mostly related to, again, my likes and dislikes and why I'm shifting from the work that I'm doing for like to study for like 2 years, and especially shifting the industry. Then coming to, yeah, SOPs, likes and dislikes, that also you should be aware. You should not just write anything for the sake of it. You should be aware that you like these things and you have a reason to back it up. Also, one thing that I remember, like as I mentioned regarding my small business, so during the interview itself, they asked me to show it basically, I have an Insta page, so they asked me to show it. So I went and I had to search it and I had to show it to them that this page exists and this is the, like, what is happening behind the page and all of that. So you can't lie, essentially you have to be truthful, because they can also search like whatever, like they need. It's not like it's compulsory to show proof, but if they want to see, then it should not be like a white lie which they can be taken, like, evidently. But then one extra thing happened was, I play an instrument. So I've written that in my somewhere, like SOP or likes and dislikes, I don't remember, somewhere I've written. So they asked me, do I have a video or anything to show? Luckily I had my phone with me, so I asked, can I open my phone? So they were, yeah, and I showed that video, that where I'm playing. So they got pretty excited, and they were like, oh, this is cool. But like, it's something different. I don't think you can do this in any other college interview. And I've heard that people carry their drawings and to show to the panel. And I've also, one of the seniors currently in Mike have told me that she do mimicry well. So she has written that in her SOP, and they asked her to do a mimicry during the interview. So all of these things can happen in MICA interview. So just be prepared for that. If you've written something, be sure that you have something to back it up with.
So yeah, be always be prepared with some sort of evidence or something to show them. They are really open to see actually what we are done. Like other than academics, the co-curricular thing, they're actually very open to look for people who actually have done something different than the other people. Something on the creative side, especially. For experience, he also told of the instrument wala thing. So one of my friend. When he was being interviewed, he really sings well. So they asked him to sing a song, and he started singing a Hindi song. He was also Malu. So they asked him to sing a Malayalam song instead, because like they want to have the inclusivity of all the people from different regions. So that is one thing that they did. So I think we can move on to the questions a bit now.
Yeah.
So, Riyanshi Dashora have asked a question. So, do they ask questions related to marketing, like terms or jargons, in-depth questions? Parathi, you wanna answer?
It depends on the background, from where you are from. Like for me, so it was very evident that I don't know anything about marketing jargons or marketing related questions. But on similar lines, since I had that small business, it was kind of leaning towards marketing only. I did that for 3 years. So as like an experience, they asked me how I did. Like what was my strategy and all of that, like basically social media strategy and all of that. That I did not, that was not like a planned thing. I just went on about it, like the small business that I did. But nothing, they did not ask me anything regarding marketing, like jargon specifically. But this small business wala question I to get every time in any interview, not just MICA interview. Every interview I get that, because it was for a long time also. But other than that, nothing specific to marketing jargons.
Um, so I had a different experience, not like hard marketing questions, but like simple basic questions like 4 P's of marketing. What do I learned in my BBA class
Yeah.
in my college,
I think
UG?
because you had that BBA background,
Yeah,
maybe they asked
that
that.
is why they, yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep. That is why they asked, I guess.
So if
Because
you
I could
have the background, so then you
be
need to
prepared with that.
have.
Uh, this will be like we can answer like Disha's question also. Like, do we need to prepare graduate subjects? Yeah, we definitely will have to be prepared with the graduation subjects.
Yeah.
Because they clearly want to know what you did. You're well versed with whatever you learned in the graduation. Because one thing that I think in any B school they care about is that how much you can actually contribute in a classroom. So why MICA have people from different diversity and how we are excelling all across the industry is because of the contributions that each and every person makes, and the perspective that I have won't be the perspective that an engineer have. That won't be the perspective that another dentist have. So having different opinions and contributions to the class actually builds up um, the learnings that we get from the class. So I think that's one thing they actually concentrate a lot on. So and I guess that is why they're looking for the diversity in the background aspect.
Even if you're not done like BBA or anything, like for example, for me, luckily I did not get any like subject related questions, but as I've mentioned, other people have gotten. So it will not be like very in depth towards your, if it's engineering. Obviously, that will not be the case. But like above, like upper se you
Um,
need to know.
Sorry to interrupt, but I guess that depends on the panelists
Yeah,
also.
yeah, again, panel also depends upon.
So if there are
The
like
panel member is an engineer, then he's done MBA, and he is of the
we
same branch, then you will be
definitely go in depth. Yeah,
grill. Yeah,
they'll
I think
definitely
that's what
go in depth.
happened with the like one of the friends
Yeah.
in my like interview. So just on the safe side, it's better to be prepared with whatever undergraduate subject you had.
You always have to be prepared to the undergrad thing because like we'll never know what kind of panels we are having because we can actually like never guess what they will ask. Sometimes they will be engineer, but they won't ask engineering questions.
Hmm.
I think it depends more on the CV also, like what are you put in a CV, like the SOP and what are you written in that. The interview should revolve completely around that. Other than that, what tips I can actually give for the interview is that make sure like you are actually contributing. Like if even if they're not asking you any questions, try to put forward whatever you have done. So they didn't know that I had actually practiced. I just initially started practicing during the when the interview was happening. So like practicing law in the court. So they didn't. I didn't get the opportunity to tell them that I'm actually doing that. When I got an opportunity, I actually told them that yeah, I actually am working as a lawyer right now currently. So they were interested in that. So they asked me more questions regarding that. Like, what is it like? How is it like? What all have you done? What all kind of cases have you done? So, like, being ethical, I couldn't like reveal much, but like, yeah, I shared whatever I could then. So yeah, that would be my one advice for my one tip for the interview. Also, mm, yeah, we had a question before, like, how will you tackle stress and all, like,
Yeah.
group, during a person interview? So, like, be well prepared, brother. If you are prepared, I don't think the nervousness will be there. But once you enter the room, the interview room, I guess these people, I don't know, like there is like multiple different experiences. So with mine, during my first interview, the panelists made sure that I am comfortable wherever I am sharing
Hmm.
whatever I want. And like it was really a really good experience. The
Yeah.
best interview, the best group exercise I had in any given any other, and I have given many other GD and PI. Like regardless, this was my best group exercise and my personal interview. So yeah, that would be my
Yeah, like
experience.
same for me also. This was my best interview and G. Like after interview, I was like, I don't know if I'll get selected, but my
Yes.
this was the best interview. So I think that's what a lot of Micans can agree. And so if, that's why everyone say please go and attend the G. G will be an amazing experience for you.
Amazing.
And some people have, a few people have asked me this that I am a little introvert. I don't know how to do an exercise. It does not matter at that moment. It's something different. I'm sure that you haven't have had that GE experience before.
Yeah, yeah.
If you have had MICA GE before, then so it's like a second time for you. Otherwise, this will be a first time experience and it'll be very fun. You will enjoy that process. I don't think you will enjoy any other process when it comes to interview because it's very stressful. I can relate, but this GE was very fun for me. After the GE, I was pumped. I was like, yeah, it's nice. It was a very nice experience. And for PI, as he mentioned, you will be nervous. Obviously, that's non-negotiable. But be yourself, especially with Micah's PI. Be yourself and be true to what you're saying. As we've mentioned multiple times, don't lie, be honest, and just be yourself. The nervousness, as you mentioned, if you're prepared, then I mean it'll be much more on the easier side. But yeah, try it. And also you can take mock interviews also if you want. Like there are a lot of platforms that provide that option, so you can get an idea of, so if since you're prepared a lot, then slowly you'll be comfortable during the interview. So
Mm. So we have questions like how was life in MICA and how was it different from other B school in the so yeah, how was life in MICA? Great. So yeah, Micah, I had some expectations for Micah, but everything what is happening on campus outlived my experience. Like I wanted to come to B school and like we all have some expectation of oh it will be like this or at least like we will so much to study. There was a lot of culture fest. How will I participate in how will coming from South India will people actually accept me here? In Gujarat, completely different. I was stressed out a lot, but like after coming here, like the English people accepting each other, the experience have been wild. I don't know how to put into words, but like uh, Mike and life is worth going through, enjoying each and every moment till now. Like it's been 8, 9 months, I guess. It's feel like yesterday when I joined Mica, met all of these people. Every single day we learned one new thing or the other. And like it's like we are all growing together. We contribute to each other's life in one way or the other, and that is the Mican thing. We are talking about you how
For
life
me,
was in Mica.
uh, for me, life again. I am also from South India. I'm also Malayali, by the way. So I also had the same apprehensions. Ki, like, will people not accepting? Like, will I be able to gel
Fit
here?
in.
Yeah, fit in well, because this is the first time I'm like moving out of my home. I've lived in Kerala my whole life, so this was in like in that itself, this was a new experience. And coming to like literally like other part of India, language was not a big problem for me. I can understand Hindi well, so that is okay. But food was a main concern for me, because I love our local, like the homemade food. So that was a big concern for me. But just to give more importance to like our mess food, it's, I think it's the best mess food here. It's not just the same food every day. You will get different cuisines, even Chinese, Spanish,
I
Italian, Thai. Different cuisines are there on like different days of the week, and you get South Indian also. And then you get Gujarati dishes, like, and also you have like 4 meals a day, like breakfast, lunch, snacks, and
snack dinner.
so everything is included, and it will not be same. So these are little things that you wait, like you are waiting to say. Every day we will be like, what is the dinner for today, what is the dinner for today? And some days you also get ice cream, and it's not just basic vanilla ice cream to be noted, it's chocolate, blackcurrant, different flavors. So these are the little things that for me made difference, or like make me happy every day in Mica. And then coming to the people, all the apprehensions that I had just went after like 1 or 2 weeks. Obviously the first week will be little difficult for everyone. It was difficult for me as well to, you're literally coming, like changing your home. So that will be a little difficult, but after that it was like people here are very nice. And it's not just about my batch, the seniors are also like that. It's like the
Weekend
culture.
things, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's like a Mican thing here, that everyone is very accommodative of each other. And it's like a community, and they're very, like the batch size is also not big, so everyone knows each other. And it's like very helpful mentality. If I'm going through something, I know my friends will be there. Even if they're not, I can call anyone, and I know for a fact that anyone will be there to help me. So the like grow together and be like a community thing is super big in Mica. I don't think this, I mean, I don't know about other B schools, but this is very important. The first thing, even the first thing that the seniors will tell you, and everyone here, even the professors also make sure that you work as a team. It's Mica. It's not just you. You are a part of Mica, so you need to work as a team. So that is big here.
One other thing which I want to talk about the Mike and life is that everything, this Mike is basically a student and community. So everything from deciding what is your lunch to the mainstream, the administrative thing. Mike and the students actually deal with this. So there's like verticals, there are like committees which deals with the brand and PR wing of MICA. There are committees like entrepreneurship cells are there. There are like there's like we have like two dogs, two beagle dogs. There's a committee to take care of those dogs. And like that, each and every aspect of MICA, there is one thing, one student or another to
Hmm.
actually care about this thing. So that is one unique thing I noticed about MICA. Usually, there will be one hand of the other of the admin which actually instruct people how to do and what to do. Like here, the MICAs know, like it's a very close circle. It's like 200 students per batch right now. And like we all are well connected. We know everyone each other, and the helping mentality like Parvati shared, it's really there. We'll move on to the next question if you
Yeah.
have contribute.
Next is, how is it different from other B schools MBA? So talking about the academic, since MICA is for, it's called as Mecca of Marketing. So obviously from the day one you will be studying marketing, but you will not just be studying marketing. You will have other subjects, like for now we are in first year now, so we have finance also. So every, like it's
We have operations, we have
the
finance, we have
operations,
HR.
finance, every
Also,
subjects we have, supply chain, like all the subjects we have, but the like importance is given a little bit towards marketing. And second year you can get specialization on marketing. So there are specializations like brand management, advertising and brand management, then business
media
analytics, media and entertainment.
and
So
media, digital marketing, data science and business analytics,
analytics, yeah,
and
AP
advertising brand management. These are the four specifications
specialization,
we can do in
yeah,
the second year. In the first year, like as he told, we are actually learning each and every aspect. It's basically like a general MBA only. But there are some unique subjects such as semiotics
yeah.
and like cultural context, like CCC. These are subjects which actually it's not taught anywhere else. That gives Micans the extra edge or extra mile when it comes to any when you're going out for internship or any case competitions. That is one thing which is very unique to MICA, and I don't think any other B school actually have these subjects even in the second year.
Yeah.
So this gives us an insight, uh, like to analyze how actually a person actually thinks, or the analyze the culture of the person or things like that. So I don't know. I don't want to explain everything. So some things are meant to be known in MICA. So yeah, like these kind of subjects actually do help us a lot. Like if you're checking any case competition, like the top and like Samsung Edge 8.0, MICA is the winner of that.
L'Oreal,
L'Oreal. People actually went to the international stage. People went to Paris and the Flipkart Wired. We
ITC.
were ITC Introbank. Like people as second runner-up,
Hmm.
Flipkart first runner-up. Every top case competition, Micans will be up there, and that is one thing which we take pride in, and we actually call it the Mican Edge, because we actually do. We don't know if it's the course or the
Course.
students that they take in. We actually don't know what it is, but there is something about Micans that separate us from any other B school, I guess.
Maybe I think it's also depending on these courses, because these courses are up to date with the industry, or it's like on trend. So
Yeah,
it's not the curriculum is also on trend, and you will be studying like strategies, for example, for the current market or current business, how the industry is right now. It's not like it's set, the subjects are very old and you're studying from like very old like industry. Even the
yeah,
case analysis also for the case uske liye, like the cases that is given to us are also like the current
very
cases,
recently.
mostly very recent cases, live cases also most of the time. So I think that also helps us to think in the way like the company wants to. Maybe that is a added advantage for us in case competitions, I think.
Yeah, the faculties who actually come into MICA are actually industry experts
Hmm.
who were just recently working or is still working in the industry. So they actually bring in real life cases to us, so we get a real life experience of what actually happens in the industry. And we are getting like a similar, not exact same, but similar
Hmm.
cases
Yeah.
that we actually do in the class, which actually does gives us an advantage. So
Also, there are two different courses in MICA, like PGDM and PGDMC. Abhinav, would you like to go about PGD?
yep. So I am a PGDM student while she is a PGDMC student. So PGDM students, have this extra live project in the first year called My Impact. Basically, we get like different live projects, and we actually have to form a team and work on the live project. And actually, these are actually kind of like a live project which actually makes some impact in the end of the finishing the project. So this spans for like 3 terms. And towards the end of the term, we actually have jury. In the jury, we actually have to present like what we actually did and what kind of impact we actually made. So we actually have to work towards that and like make some sort of impact to whatever project we are taking in. So that is very unique to PGDM students only. So PGDM students are less. So right now there is like 50 PGDM students and rest 150 are like a PGDM C student. So basically they have you can share on it.
Yeah, so I am in PGDMC. The only difference, as he mentioned, is the My Impact, which they have in first year. Um, and for us, for term 1 and 2, we don't have any, like baki subjects are same. But for term 3, to make up for the credits that they are doing extra, we have 3 courses extra that they don't have to study. So one, mostly it is 1 credit course, basic 1 2 credit courses. That is the difference basically in PGDMC and PGDM. The courses that we have, for example, one course that we have is Imagining India. So basically, right now we are having that course. It talks about like how was India before now, how India is changing. It is relevant in terms of how industry is also changing. So like analyzing the industry and what are the, like for example, in ads, how ads have been changing. So based on that the courses happen, and I think this is the just one difference in
Uh, yeah,
GDMs.
that will be the main difference. And second year, it's common
Second year
depending
it's
on
common. Yeah.
which specialization you do.
Mm.
We'll talk about the emotions also, the emotions that MICA have. MICA have like emotions such as like mind impact. Mind impact is actually emotion. Then we have a rural impact, a rural emotion, where it's happened in the second year where when we have to make groups and go to a rural area and help people out there. We do basically it's also like we actually do things there. Then we have international emotion also. Innovation usually happens in the UK. So that will be our 3 main immersions. Also, we have an unique immersion called entrepreneurship immersion, where we actually have to pitch in some ideas, and all the 200 students will have to pitch in an idea. And from that, they will actually select top 40, and people can form groups and like work on that project. And we have like mentors who actually are related to the same industry as what we are actually what our ideas around. So even have a food kind of idea. The mentor, we have mentor. The mentor will be someone who's working in the food industry. So these are the 4 important emotions that we have in MICA. Uh, we have
Next
one
question is
question.
about placements. So like we can't share placements now because the like you can go to MICA's website and you will be able to see what was the placement report last year. Until the official placement report of this year is released, we can't share that here. I'm really sorry for that, but you like in some time to it will be shared on the website itself. Then you
Very
can go
soon.
and yeah, then you can go and check it on the website. But the timing is most probably like we will be going since we are in first year, so we'll be going for our internship from April. So it'll be like 2 to 3 months of internship, April to May, June. So yeah.
Uh, that will be our placement since at MICA. Any other questions, please put it the chat box. I do you want to share anything else, Parvati?
No, nothing from my side. If you want to have any questions, I think you can reach out to Inside IIM team, or like reach out to us also if you guys want.
Yeah. Um, So yeah, we'll be concluding right now. So thank you for joining this meet. We are happy that we could share one thing or the other about MICA with you guys. Hopefully, the live was actually beneficial or informational for you guys.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, I hopefully we'll see you soon in MICA next year.
yeah,
You
we'll
Thank you.
hopefully.
Bye.
Yeah, guys. Bye bye.